Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 24th of July, 2023. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show. Hoodie, J, Minogie, and Keyzie, you mad bastard, to take you through the afternoon. And Mogie, you stallion, how's life?
Yeah, it's going pretty grouse. Thanks very much for asking, mate. Huge weekend. What a weekend it was. And now here we are, heading towards August.
Yeah, man.
It's the last week of July, Keyzie.
It's just crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Crazy for feeling this way.
Okay, Mogie's in a weird mood. Keyzie, how's life, mate?
Life's good, Jase. Really good.
Did you blow out over the weekend with your lovely wife away, or did you manage to contain yourself a little bit?
Actually, this is an interesting... Do you want an update on how me playing up over the weekend went? Because I was making this big thing about how I was going to play up when I was doing the commentary on Friday night. Had all these plans ready to go. Interesting situation.
Well, what I can already tell by just looking at you, Keyzie, is your hair is not as slick back as it normally is. It's a bit of a bouffant that you're running today.
I actually changed my hairstyle.
So I was wondering what was going on there, or whether you just couldn't be asked because you haven't landed the plane yet.
No, I'm not steamed on air. That's definitely not.
I know. I wasn't suggesting you were steamed on air. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
No, I'm not steamed on air.
Good stuff.
Way to go, man.
Remember, you can text us on 3483. Tell us how your weekend went. Maybe if you're half-arsing it on the Monday, let us know about that as well. It's a bit of a tendency of mine on a Monday sometimes. Not this Monday, though, by God. Yes. I'm going hard out.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
What are the people saying on the text machine, fellas? 3483, by the way.
Few coming through here. G'day, fellas. John from Christchurch here. Just wearing my weird skivvy. Eating a packet of cheese balls. Hope Hoodie Jay's in a good mood today.
Do you think the weird skivvy is in reference to me wearing skivvies?
No, I think it's in reference to your weird hoodie. Can I just make the point, I do not wear skivvies. But you wear a weird hoodie, that might be it.
Right, weird hoodies.
I've noticed you've stopped wearing the skivvies. And he's not wearing the hoodie either.
I don't
Well, not
ever
today,
wear,
but that's weird.
I have never worn a skivvy.
Is Monday your washing day for that hoodie?
Yeah, because usually I've gone hard out over the weekend at the gym. She's a bit pongy.
Yeah, and other people just sort of saying what they're wearing and stuff, but we don't really do that anymore, do we?
No, we don't. That's just people doing it off their own
Somebody
back.
says, hey, fellas, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, pretty good.
Not bad for a Monday.
Yeah, pretty good.
Hey, but right now, with the time being 9 minutes past 4 o'clock, it's time for...
The Big Poll.
Ba, 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 ba. I think that makes it better, me doing that.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, I had a couple of tradies in my house today. You know how I love having my tradies over? I mean, I like doing stuff myself, obviously.
Will you teach them a few things?
Yeah,
Is that
I
the
give them a
idea?
few tips
good.
and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I still haven't quite got hold of the vernacular yet. They sort of look at me weirdly when I try and talk tradie talk.
Oh, you know why? It's because you use words like vernacular.
Right.
Just call it chat.
Are you saying that I need to dumb myself down a little bit?
No,
Keyzie? Well, that's what I hope you're not saying that.
What I'm saying
is...
is...
Because tradies, as far as I'm concerned, are the backbone of this bloody country. I will not have them denigrated on this show, Keyzie.
When you said vernacular just then, my brain was like, what the hell is vernacular? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but you're a DJ. You're a radio DJ.
Yeah,
whereas a tradie will know absolutely what you're talking about, Hoodie.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally, they would. I've got a new wardrobe put in.
Oh. Any more weird hoodies in it?
Oh, no, I haven't hung the hoodies yet. I've got to let the doors stay on for a while, let them, dry out a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I always do.
But it was one of those curious sort of scenarios because I had stuff to do today. I had a few appointments here. I actually did a few appointments here and there. And it sort of, conversely, is our Hodaki Big Show poll of the day question. Leaving tradies in your home alone, yes or no? What's your guys' vibe on that?
Well, what's your vibe on that?
Totally trust them.
Yeah,
well, it depends who the tradie is.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, because of programs like Target, for example, think that maybe something untoward sometimes goes on if you leave tradies home alone. I totally trust tradies in this country. They're the backbone of this country, and I won't have anyone denigrate them in any way.
Yeah, well, thanks to your comments mainly, more than mine, there's a lot of hate coming in on the text machine, so that's good.
So, Keyzie.
But... just like Target back in the day.
Who in their right mind would call tradies dirbrains?
I didn't call tradies dirbrains. I did not. But there was an episode of Target back in the day where a guy weed in the sink and then did some nefarious activities in one of the bedrooms.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
but that's not all tradies.
No, it's not all of them.
I've
but even
left heaps of them at home.
So, see, for me, that's probably about as bad as it could get outside stealing stuff.
Yeah,
sure.
And even that is probably not as bad as having somebody do what he did. in the undies drawer
Yeah, it was
of
weird.
the homeowner.
Hey, if you
But
want
that said, if I do let a tradie in, obviously I've got video cameras everywhere.
Sure.
And I got that kind of content, I'd be fizzing, man. How good would that be?
Oh, so you want to catch them?
Absolutely.
Oh, like, when I went out today, I said to the two nice guys there today, I said, you want to have a little rifle through me undie drawer, fill your boots, fellas.
Get in there, yeah.
That's my wife's one over there. Have a gander if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Fill your boots.
But don't touch the skivvies.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? Yeah. For some extended Warriors chat, check out the Mad Monday podcast. Latest episode up now. Tell you what, though, fellas.
Listen, I
top
listened
four,
to your
baby.
commentary.
Top four, Jase.
Yeah.
Top four with third.
I listened
Jase.
to your commentary.
What? What?
On Friday night, Keyzie.
Yeah.
I had a few notes for you, just regarding professionalism and stuff like that.
We'll pass those on afterwards.
But it was a great game, Mogi.
Certainly was.
I didn't think we were at our best. Once again, the weather conditions weren't great.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
And I couldn't believe that we, drew it in the last minute like that. And
they did.
Well, they did. It was a sloppy performance from the boys, I thought.
Well, I thought the first sort of 78 minutes weren't too bad. You're dealing with a top four side there in the Raiders.
Yes.
Bloody tough, big boppers up the middle, a lot of skill on the side, and I thought ultimately it was only the last couple of minutes. They switched off for a couple of minutes. Prior to that, it's 20-12. It's a solid win. There's a bit of slop in there as well, admittedly, but they did enough to win. But yeah, then you sort of turn off for a couple of minutes, and it was like the Warriors of old, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Let one try in the last minute, and then from the kickoff, let another one in after DWZ jammed in yet again on the wing.
Yeah, that's
so frustrating, but bloody good to have a game go to Golden Point and have us come out on top. And that will do us the world of good, I think, heading into finals.
Well, Sean Johnson too. What a drop kick that was under heavy traffic there. I didn't think he had a kiwi chance. I was speaking to Ricky after the match there.
Ricky who?
Stewart.
Oh yeah.
And he was obviously disappointed, but it's.
He was spewing.
Yeah, it's a sign of his sides, though. They never give in. You know what I mean? And you're right, we did dominate that match, but they just hung in there, got the draw at the end there, but then ultimately lost, and Ricky was spewing.
Yeah, and Jared Croker there had an opportunity after we pumped him for his 300th game over in Canberra there. He had an opportunity to claw one back by converting the try after the buzzer and take out the win, but he shat himself, Keyzie style.
Yeah.
So he'd be a bit gutted. He's a bit of a... he's played 300 games, but he's not I don't think he's really massively for the big moments, old Croker.
Yeah.
Well, he's more of a role-playing
I think about, when you and I were on tour, Mogi, you know what I mean, with the Blacks, and...
Sorry, who?
The
All Blacks?
Yeah, the All Blacks over in South Africa.
Sweet.
During apartheid. And
Well, you should call them that.
The amount of times you and I had conversions from the sidelines there, because tough times, but we thrived in that situation.
You both did.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we alternated. We alternated.
Well, you get it. Most of the tries I scored were under the posts. But what I'd do is I'd then move the ball out to the sidelines, because you can't move it closer in, but you can move it as far out as you want. So I'd always take it over to the sideline just for a laugh.
Yes.
All right. Would you nail it?
There's a few laughs.
Well, just put, it makes it a bit more challenging. You know what I mean? Otherwise, get a bit tedious, Keyzie.
I had both legs tied behind my back as well.
Hey, listen, it's 4:30, which means it's time for
Keyzie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Yummy.
It better be.
I've got no choice. The Yummy Boy of the Week is Sean Johnson, who slotted the winning goal after a perfectly executed golden point, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they actually, in credit to you, Keyzie, they did play the golden point very well. Dadoosh.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, hang on. Dadoosh.
Well, they just kept it very simple.
Pass, kick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kept it very simple. Yeah, well done, mate.
Thank you.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Matthew, you mad bastard, how's life?
How are you, you mad bastards? Everything's good down here in Rotorua.
Oh, good on you, mate. You're pumped, Matthew, for your Monday afternoon. You're pumped.
I am pumped, brother.
Good on you, mate. Hey, Matthew, what do you do for a crust, mate?
My crusters, I'm a tradesman painter, mate.
Oh, yeah. Backbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably know my supervisor, Lung Lung.
Oh, Lung Lung.
yeah,
We go
we
way
do.
back with Lung Lung.
Yeah, bloody oath we do.
That's right.
Played
Hey,
cricket with him.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
He's a unit. Now, Matthew, what pie do you run with, by the way?
My pie would have to be a steak, bacon and cheese, mate.
Okay, so yeah,
very
good on you,
popular,
mate. Good on
actually.
you.
Fresh
well,
bastard.
good news for you,
Loving
Matthew,
them.
and good news for your Monday afternoon. You just won yourself $100, mate.
That's
Oh,
what we
good. The dogs
even
are
the dogs are
barking.
going off. Good stuff.
Oh, mate, I'm pumped.
Good on you,
I'll
Matthew.
tell you what, mate, that means that you can go off and see Lung Lung and look him in the eye and tell him to shove his job where the sun don't shine because you, my friend, are rich.
Rich.
I am rich. I might have to do that. No, probably not.
Yeah. Good on.
Not with the size of Lung Lung. I don't think he'd appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
Good on
fair
you,
enough,
mate.
mate. He is a unit. I'll give you that.
Good on
You
you,
stay
Matthew.
on the line, Matthew, and our mate Brooke in Studio B will sort you out with that cash, all right?
That sounds awesome. Thank you, Radio Hurricane and the boys.
Yeah,
good
no
on you,
worries, mate.
Yeah, boy.
How great is it when someone is as enthusiastic as that, fellas?
Well, why wouldn't you be when you
know
get
what I mean?
money for nothing?
$300,
Money
why
for
not?
nothing.
Totally, man. Oh,
Ah,
Hey,
Yes,
by the
Keyzie.
way, quick shout out to Big Ben for giving us cash money.
Yeah,
For
totally.
the pastry that pays.
and pies.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, yes, indeed, a bit of Led Zeppelin there to round out the hour. Now, Keyzie, your good wife was away this weekend and you were planning to absolutely cut loose with your mate Manai. How did it go, mate? What happened?
Well, this is true. So my wife went away on Wednesday. My partner went away on Wednesday.
Oh,
Manai's,
was it that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Manai's went away on Friday night, and so we had the Warriors commentary at 8.
Yes.
And then we were going to meet up with everyone from Hodaki afterwards. They'd been at the Matt and Jerry podcast, the live
Right.
show
Yes.
that Mogi went to.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
And they were like,
After you guys had a beersy after the show together.
That's right.
yeah. And so, and obviously we were starting to get on it while the Warriors was happening, and we're getting fired up. And then all of a sudden, Manai was like, I'm not feeling very well. I'm going to go home.
Yeah, he was sick, wasn't he?
Okay.
So he went home.
Seriously, he did that?
Hey,
Yeah,
he was crook.
he was crook.
He was
Oh,
crook.
right.
He was very crook, and he's still
I was
not
doing
at
my
work.
best to stay away from him.
Yeah. And so he went home.
Sounds like he needs to harden up a bit, Mogi, to be honest with you, mate.
And then everyone that I was doing the commentary with, they all left. And I was waiting because I had called the Hodaki people. I was like, hey, give me a ring. Let me know where
Yeah.
you guys are going for a drinky.
No
and I'll
deal.
just wait here. Sat here for an hour by myself, out there on the office table.
Drinking beers, he's out
Had
of
a
the
few
fridge.
beers by myself. I had Hodaki on loud, and I was just, there was a game on TV. And I was just like,
yeah.
and I realised it was like 11:30, and I was still at work by myself, and I hadn't heard from anyone, so I went home.
Yeah.
I went to bed early. And then...
Did they tell you why they didn't get in contact with you?
No, they haven't,
Oh, they
actually.
told me.
What was the reason?
Oh,
You don't want to
you
know.
don't want to know, mate.
Okay. But I was gutted about that. Then Saturday, though, we put that aside for watching 3 games of rugby league, drinking beers, and eating
Football
pizza.
league.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
What kind of pizza were you running with? Ham and pineapple?
Yeah, probably. And he was still sick, so we cancelled that. And so I literally sat at home all day by myself because we had planned all the stuff, couldn't do any of it. And then at the last minute, a couple of friends of mine, this couple invited me over for dinner, and it was sort of a third wheel situation where I was just at their house watching rugby league.
So a couple
Invited me
you.
over, felt sorry
Oh.
for me, invited me over, great friends of ours. They made pasta, I had some, and then I went home after that by myself.
They made a pass, did you say?
They made pasta.
Oh, right.
They
Made a
definitely did
pasta,
not
yeah.
make a pass, no.
Made a pass.
They run it past you?
No, they didn't run anything past me.
Right.
But what was meant to be a big weekend turned into me mostly sitting by myself.
You're saying off here you embarrass
What?
yourself by laying down a massive steamer in their toilet.
Yeah, I did.
Was that your pineapple and ham pizza, maybe, coming back?
First of all, it's ham and pineapple.
Right.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
the other way
yeah.
around. And secondly, yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. So, no
Can't
longer,
win them all, brother.
no longer friends with them, unfortunately. So, yeah.
So I bet they probably regretted making a pass at you after you.
They didn't make a pass at me,
done a
Jay.
steamer in their toilet.
They made pasta.
Thank God we didn't go there in the end.
Hey.
Yes.
Aren't we doing renovation chat?
Yes, after 5 o'clock today, Mogi. Renovation chat. You know, you and I, we've had an extensive career in the trades. So people out there, you know, undergoing their DIY projects, maybe need a bit of advice, maybe you need a bit of help. Text us 3483 because we're going to get into that after 5 o'clock.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Renovation Chat with Jase and Mike.
Did you make this, Keyzie?
No, I have Jase.
It's
Jase.
not.
Jase.
It's not.
Jase.
Very masculine-y.
Not that renovation
Not that it has
is
to be.
masculine or
Indeed,
feminine.
but, you know,
Jason,
just in
actually,
our
I
case.
take offence at that.
Yeah, so do I, actually,
well,
Jase.
just you and I are quite masculine blokes. You know what I mean?
Sure. But I've got my feminine side as well. I've got my softer side.
Same. Look,
Jase, I've never made a sting ever.
Credit where credit's due, Keyzie.
now the reason we came up with Renovation Chat is because we're really big believers in doing it for yourself. The old DIY spirit, aren't we, Mogi?
Yes.
You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on tradies. Just rip the bastard out and do it yourself is our attitude.
Absolutely.
And as expected, actually, the texts have been pouring in on 3483.
Certainly have, and because of that, they're now all in the draw to win BK vouchers. G'day, fellas. How can I renovate a room in my house to be a grow room without the landlord noticing?
I'm pretty sure you've done that, Mogi, haven't you?
Yeah, who hasn't? Yeah. You go straight up. So the trick, you go straight up into the roof, or you're downstairs, depending what the setup of your house is. You need some tin foil wrap that you put all around the room there. Preferably, you'd be running, obviously, a hydroponic setup. I prefer that to running pots. And you just got to get some high-powered lights in there and bouncing everything. Heat lamps, obviously, as well. But you got to make sure that there's no light pollution. So to test that, you got to stand out on the street. Get your missus or one of your kids to turn the lights on up in the grow room there. You just have a gaze at it, and then you sort of iron things out from there. The last thing you need is your neighbours knocking you out. Now, you're going to have a bit of a bounce in your power bill, so you're going to have to deal with that as well. And my recommendation is that you just bypass the electricity, which you can do by you can Google that. That's pretty straightforward. Do that yourself.
And you save, you are paying more in terms of your power, but you save in terms of,
Basil.
your basil.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you might, obviously, you're doing it so that you can sell it as well.
Yeah, obviously. In my grow room, actually, just another sort of added bonus, too, you can get a bit of a tan going on if you go and sit up there at, during the winter periods at the heat lamps and stuff like that.
Oh, sweet.
And just go and stare at your little buddy plants, your little buddy bugs there. Good on you, Keyzie.
Cheers, man. Here's a good one on 3483. Do I need any bracing in the ceiling? I want to install a sex swing.
Oh, you got to have bracing.
Yeah, mate. V5, V6, V7 vertebrae for me.
Yeah.
All because I didn't have bracing in the ceiling from a sex swing.
Oh, you were in the swing.
Yeah,
You were in the
totally.
swing, yeah.
And I was hula hooping around as well, and then fell on a pile of bricks straight onto my spine. So, yeah, definitely bracing. Don't be a fool.
Right. Actually, just on that, g'day, guys. I've got a massive pile of bricks in my backyard. Just wondering if there's anything I could use them for.
Oh, they're an accident waiting to happen, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
You could build a letterbox or a fence. I don't know how big the pile is.
No.
But if you don't do something with it soon, somebody's going to have a horrific accident.
Like, couldn't you just sell them?
It seems to be like a magnet. A magnet for
does.
It's bad luck, man. It's
Yeah.
bad juju. Like you, Keyzie. You're bad juju. You're like the pile of bricks of radio DJs.
I'm the pile of bricks of radio DJs.
Yeah, man, you're bad juju.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Renovation Chat with Jase and Mike.
Someone's actually asking here on 3483, Mogi, about doing their own roofing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely do your own roofing. And right now's the perfect time of year.
Yeah, it is.
So
winter.
Just rip it off and get stuck into it.
Yep.
Don't bugger around. Bit of 2 before, Bob's your uncle. No worries at all.
Right. I don't know
Just
as
chuck
much.
a couple of nails in there, sweet as.
I don't know as much, but I feel like that's the wrong time to do it.
Bit of
You shouldn't.
stuffing in the ceiling cavity
Stuffing.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like
chuck that in there.
stuffing.
Like in a roast chook.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
G'day, this is on 3483, by the way, so get
Yeah.
your text coming in. Hey, Backbones, should I paint my house bay leaf? Obviously, your kitchen, Jase.
Yeah,
is
bay leaf.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't, too convinced about it when my wife chose bay
But
leaf.
the decision was made.
The decision was made,
yeah.
and actually I'm happy with bay leaf.
So it's like a greeny brown.
Yeah, well, it's a khaki
It's a browny
green. Yeah.
It's a greeny brown with
It's
a bit
greeny
of light
brown
green in it.
khaki.
It's a tanny greeny brown.
It's kind of a mustardy greeny
It's got
brown.
a muddy sort of a tinge to a greeny tan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like bay leaf.
Yes.
Yeah, bay leaf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can imagine a bay leaf, you pull the
Yeah.
bay leaf out of your little herb jar there, that colour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's the colour.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to
So
describe
yeah,
it.
absolutely. I don't know about exterior though for bay leaf, Mogi, but
Well,
you know what I mean.
It might be good. It might sort of camouflage the house, make it harder for people to find it. You
True.
don't want door knockers, etc., etc.
Totally.
Yeah. G'day, guys. I'm thinking of putting a nuclear bunker in the back lawn. Just wondering if that's a good idea, and also if I can plumb it so that my poos goes into the local sewer. Cheers. That's from Colin.
Yeah.
Bag.
Well, where else are your poos going to go?
Well,
you know what I mean.
Long
The trick,
drop.
what I used to do, because
Septic tank.
I spent actually quite a lot of time in a nuclear bunker in the early 80s.
Really?
Because my mother was she was right into the Cold War and she thought it was all over.
Yeah.
She was
So we
doomsday
moved down
prepper.
there for 7 years. And the trick that we had, because we just had the canned goods.
Yes.
We took a couple of can openers because we thought it was probably going to break, and it did. But we ate a lot of spaghetti, your baked beans, which was a mistake. Confined area, etc., tinned peaches, asparagus,
Yes.
those sorts of things. And what we'd do is we'd eat the canned goods, and
Tuna.
then we'd put our poos into the empty cans, and then just stack them up at the other end. You don't want to
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
that mistake once. We confused one of the cans for
Peaches.
for
Yeah.
sort of crushed beans there.
Yeah,
and,
Right.
Right. And so, what happens once the pantry gets full of tins of your own poos? What do you?
Well, it's time to see if the
it's
nuclear
blown
sediment
over.
is
it's
If
blown over.
That's when we checked if the nuclear winter was over and found out it hadn't
So
started.
for 7 years, you were down there with
tell
a
you
whole
what-
lot of cans of poos.
Yeah, but and some cans of food
Yes.
and some crosswords
Well, just on that,
and some
Mogi,
knitting.
I can also recommend in that scenario Tupperware.
Oh,
You know what I
Tupperwares,
mean? Because you
yeah.
can really squeeze that down, and
Well,
you just
There actually
just-
wasn't a lot of Tupperware in New Zealand in the
Oh,
early 80s.
right,
They hadn't
okay,
quite
yeah.
crossed the ditches yet.
Oh, you can get some good deals on Tupperware
Oh,
now.
now?
You know what I mean?
Now?
Well, they have Tupperware parties.
Oh, yeah, I mean, great parties.
And just do your poos in there,
I push
and
my-
then
Why does everyone have to do?
push my buzzies into one of the old Tupperware things at the parties. That always gets a laugh.
yeah, for sure.
Chuck your schnoz on one of the massive ones if you want.
$5, Pugs.
Pugs is on holiday. Hey guys, do any of you actually know how to use a stud finder? I've got 20 holes in my wall that confirm I don't
20
know how
holes
to
in
use
your
one.
what?
In your worm, in your wall.
And your wall.
Well, there is a trick with a stud finder. You go, mate.
What I was going to say, I don't use them.
Right.
I think they're a crock. I think they're a rip-off. Just get your hammer and just, go along the wall
Why
like
you
that.
hammer? Really?
Yeah.
And you, with the holes that you make, you'll eventually find the stud.
Yeah, that's what I do. Is instead you take your stud finder, and I've had a few of them over the years. And what you do is you put
You
a
love them.
blindfold on. You get your hammer, you put your blindfold on, get someone to spin you around 3 times, and then you put your hammer through a wall. You've got more chance of finding a stud with that than you do with a stud finder. Absolute heaps of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, I remember you love those bastards, don't you, mate?
Oh, I love them, man. But the thing is, they go off all the time when I'm holding them. Am I right? Am I right, Keyzie? You see what I'm saying, man?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Keyzie.
Hey, Keyzie.
What?
You should
Keyzie.
feel,
I'm
you
a
should
stud
feel
finder.
Mike's
You want to feel my
pecs.
pecker?
No, I don't.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Hey, it's been a massive sporting weekend, starting with the Wires on Friday. So let's have a bit of sports chat, shall we? So there I was on Saturday night in my trackies, Mogi, my little sort of fluffy top that I wear because it's been a bit chilly lately.
Fluffy
I've got
top.
a fluffy top too.
It's a massive sort of beast of a sweatshirt.
Oh, like a woolen jumper.
And
thing.
it goes
Like a
almost
weird
down to
jumper.
goes down to my knees.
Oh,
You know what I
cute.
mean? My wife bought it for
Is
me.
it your boyfriend jumper?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could fit 2 of us in there, put it that way. And in actual fact, when my wife first bought it... When my wife first... first bought it, I
My
just
wife.
looked at it and went, that's ridiculous. I'm never going to wear that.
Yeah.
And now, as soon as I'm home, I put it on. So there I was on the thing with my cheese balls and my sweatshirt and my little slippers there, waiting for the Bledisloe Cup. Bugging me down, that's next weekend.
Next week.
I was filthy.
Yeah,
I was
right.
absolutely filthy. Really looking forward to it.
What, you're filthy, like you're covered in cheese ball dust or something?
Well, I did have quite a bit of cheese ball dust, but the Ashes, what an absolute bastard of an end to that test
Yeah.
match. The English giving the Australians a bit of an arse thrashing at the moment, starting to really dominate the series, and then they were robbed by those dirty, cheating, filthy Australians.
Yeah,
and the
that's
weather.
right. Yeah, and the weather, wasn't it? And it's a shame because it was shaping up as one of the all-time great series.
It was,
Wasn't it? And then
yes.
to be robbed by the weather, which you're going to expect in England simply because it's always going to rain at some point over the course of a 25-day series in
Yes.
total. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but you kind of hope that they'd get a bit more time in those last couple of days, but it wasn't to be. So the Australians cock a hoot.
Yeah.
And they've retained the Ashes. But, hopefully Baz can come back and they can slaughter them in the fifth and get a bit of dignity there at a 2-2 series draw. Watch the British Open as well. I don't know if you guys followed that on the golf.
Golf?
B. Harmon just ran away with it from the get-go.
Is that right?
No one touched him.
Oh, really?
Weird-looking guy, good golfer.
Is that right? Weird looking but good at golf.
Yeah, really
That's
weird
weird.
looking.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's some good looking golfers,
Oh,
man.
damn straight there, huh? John Daly.
Actually, Keyzie, why don't you give
Bill
us
Nicholson.
your yummy boy golfer?
Oh, Yummy
Yeah.
Boy Golfer of the Week.
No, that's not gonna
That'd
be a new
Do
segment.
it, Keyzie.
No, we're not going to make it a new segment.
Keyzie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Yummy.
Rory McIlroy.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Actually, he's tight.
What?
He is tight, man.
What does that mean?
And I tell you what, the golfers, Mogi, getting much more sexy in their outfits now. They're
Oh, they
really
are.
form-hugging.
They
You know,
are.
back in the day, you'd just sort of have your bare guts and,
And your
they'd-
plus fours
yeah,
and your
plus
stupid
fours,
hat.
all the stupid hats. Now they are looking like
They're looking good.
machines.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Was there any other sport on the weekend? There was a lot of Buckball League.
Football.
Foosball, yeah, I watched a few games of that on Friday night. It's bloody good having a huge tournament like that on, isn't it?
It is, man. Yeah. So I caught a bit of that as well.
I watched 8 games of rugby league.
Buckball League, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just
All
drank
right.
beersies and your hand down your pants there, Keyzie? All lonely by yourself there. No one wanted to play with old Keyzie, so he did it himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there you go. There's your sport chat. for your Monday roundup.
You've learned a bit there.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Are we looking forward to going out on the road next week, fellas?
Oh, yeah.
The New Zealand Dance Masters 2023.
That's right.
Good time, big party.
Big party.
With the boys.
Sports' biggest party.
Yes.
Down in Hamilton at the Glowbox Arena there. Tickets still available. New Zealand, by the way. It's Friday and Saturday night, August 4th and 5th. But we're going to be there on the Friday. And, fellas, we've got a Big Show backbone table.
I know.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, did you already know that?
No, I knew that.
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I still tell everyone?
Oh, look, I'd rather you didn't.
Make it snappy.
Okay, I'll do it snappy. We've got a Big Show backbone table at Sports' biggest party. If
You
you'd like
already
to,
said that. You're going to make it snappy.
if you'd like to join us on the Big Show backbone table, register now at hodaki.co.nz and you can bring a mate if you win.
Or you can bring your wife.
Your wife!
Isn't it just my wife?
You're going to bring your wife?
No.
My wife!
If you're keen, the prize also includes flights from anywhere in New Zealand to
I
Hamilton.
actually invited my wife to that.
My wife?
Quite seriously, I did. And then she went, nah.
Why did you invite your wife to that?
Well, because, I said, why don't you come down to the Tron with us and just hang out? And she was like, what, with Keyzie? And I went, yeah. And she went, nah.
Oh,
Just some weird
Ruth.
message. I mean, she's fond of you, Keyzie.
well, it doesn't sound like it.
That's just your messages
Well, maybe
get a bit weird.
if you give me her number, I'll call her and I'll patch things up.
Sure. No worries at all. But carry on with your little plug there.
Jackpot. You win flights from anywhere in New Zealand to Hamilton. You get accommodation. Tickets, of course, to join us at the Darts Masters and sit at our table. Hodaki.co.nz. Register now and join us.
Hey, am I correct in assuming that people can be flown from anywhere around the country for this thing?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I switched off halfway through. But do get involved in that because we're going to decide that on Friday, aren't we,
Yeah.
fellas?
We will be calling a winner
It's on.
Friday.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
People out there, don't forget about Pour of Duty. Your chance to go and visit a mate anywhere in the world and pour them a cold one, Mogi.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was a bit upset because we were talking in the podcast today, actually, about you guys after the Friday show having a beersy together.
Yes. Yeah.
And apparently you do that every Friday.
Oh, every Friday, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you just sort of decompress and sort of talk about the work and
Sure.
what we can do better and all that sort of stuff.
Because I didn't realise we were doing that.
Oh, we're not.
Oh, right.
But we are.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just didn't think you liked beers.
Oh, I mean, but I'd be
And
happy.
hanging out.
I'd be happy to be part of the conversation and part of the team.
Bag of cheese balls.
Oh, I could bring cheese balls.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Pint of cheese balls.
A pint of cheese balls.
Yeah, sure.
Delicious.
No worries.
Well, I just didn't think you'd be interested because we're mainly talking about the future of the show and what we should change and improve on and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, good. Sounds good. Well, this Friday, eh?
Every Friday,
But
yeah.
anyway, getting back to
I'm
Pour of
busy.
Duty, all you need to do is text beer to 3483. It's as easy as that.
It's as easy as ABC, as long as ABC is texting beer to 3483.
That's
Yes.
right. And it is being drawn, I believe, this coming Monday on the Matt and Jerry show.
Yep.
So get stuck in. It's a hell of a prize, and it's thanks to Cheers. Thanks to
God.
Matt. Here's to Interesting. Thanks to
It was
Cheers.
going so well up until that point.
It's a
Yeah.
shame.
We're not announcing it on our show? It's going to be the breakfast show, is it? On Monday morning?
Yeah, well, they
okay.
they wanted it to be on Hodaki's flagship show.
So basically what we're saying is get involved very quickly because time's running out.
Time's
You've got this
running out.
week and then it's all over. Don't miss out on that worldwide trip. So good.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your day's going all right. How are we finding winter, fellas?
I love it, eh?
You getting through?
It's
Yeah.
like summer, but colder.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I'm over it too, to be honest. I can't do my lawns or anything like that. It's doing
Right.
my head in.
Yeah,
So
actually.
wet.
What?
No, you go.
I was going to say there's a lot of lawn chat on the podcast outro today.
Oh,
there
what's
was
there?
actually, yeah.
You're
Just reminded me.
joking.
Yeah. If you don't know what that is, by the way, every day we do a podcast, highlights of our show, and a bonus one, which is like bonus content.
Yeah.
Us just like riffing for 15.
That's true. That is
totally.
true.
And it was 15 today,
Yeah, it
actually.
was about 15,
Nearly
yeah.
16 minutes. It sounds a bit like this.
My lawnmower man came,
Did
looked
he?
at the
Did he?
Good Lord.
Shit.
Whereabouts?
I don't know if that's on.
On what?
right on.
Did he?
He came to our house, looked at the
Kinky
lawn,
bastard.
and said, I'll have to come back next week. So he drove all the way out there, ready
Yes.
to go, and our lawn was so disgusting that he's just like, I'll just come next
It's just a no-go, man.
Yeah.
week. So that's on today's potty. Check it out.
I haven't got a lawn, but to find out what I have got, listen to the potty today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth
it is.
listening to it for
It
that
is.
for that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Shrek, man. I watched Shrek.
Really?
Great.
Yeah,
I
with
love
my daughter.
Shrek.
Well, we're halfway through it. She had to go to bed. She had to go and have a bath, and then she had to go to bed. But she was loving it, man. She was a bit concerned about Donkey. She had to cry about Donkey.
Yes.
People have been mean to him.
Yeah.
And then...
Especially at the start. Aren't they trying to sell him or something?
It's gold.
Yeah.
Really funny. And then we were talking about who our favourites were. Her favourite was Princess Fiona, but she doesn't know that Princess Fiona's an ogre yet. Spoiler alert.
Oh, okay. That's going to freak her out,
My
man.
favourite's Donkey.
Yes.
And my wife's favourite was Shrek.
Wow, that's nice.
She said Shrek's my favourite because he's got a good heart. And my daughter said, well, he was just shouting at Donkey just then.
Fair
And my
point.
wife said, well, he's trying. It's like, yeah, well.
No
yeah.
way. Did your daughter...
It's good. It's a good movie.
Oh,
man.
it's brilliant. I
Did
love
she?
it.
Right.
Did your daughter love the bit where they walk into the city and then that little song plays with the little puppets?
She does like that, but what she mostly likes is people getting hurt.
Right.
That's her kind of humour. So when it turns into a wrestling match and Donkey is kicking soldiers in the head, she was into that.
What about you should show her Jackass then?
Oh, yeah, she loves Jackass. Yeah.
It's funny you should say that, actually, Mogi, because my wife and I were talking yesterday about how we miss not watching kids' movies anymore. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It used to be our life for a little while there. All the girls come in and we'd sit and watch a movie together.
Yeah.
But we never get to see those movies anymore.
They're still available.
Yeah, I know they are, but it just doesn't feel the same. same when it's just you and your
You're
wife
experiencing
watching Shrek, for example.
Yeah, that's right. You are experiencing the joy of a child. It's it's bloody good. Looking forward to finishing that one off.
Yeah, good stuff.
Actually,
to that.
Shrek 2's good as well.
I don't think you can go wrong with any of the Shreks.
I haven't seen
God, they had
past.
some tunes on it.
Apparently, Puss in Boots is very good too.
Very good. Very good.
So they say.
Yeah.
Is that
No, I was-
Antonio Banderas?
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
But I mean, I can't bring myself to watch a show about cats, even though it's an animation.
Sure. Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
He wasn't one of my favourite characters, so I'm not going there. I watched Gladiator last night. So good.
Gladiator.
God, how hot is Russell Crowe?
Hot. Well,
And then he was really hot.
Yeah.
You know, and I have this tendency with him to sort of go, oh, yeah, Russell Crowe, but actually he's bloody good.
Oh, he's unreal.
He's always bloody good.
Yeah, well-
so I don't know why I'm quite so ambivalent about him.
I don't
but
think he's always good.
No.
I think he always used to be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's gone a bit downhill since then, put on a bit of weight, and, you know, not that that's
Doled
an
a few
issue.
performances in.
Yeah,
I found his
yeah.
performance in Robin Hood to be pretty horrendous.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen The Passion? No, that's Mel Gibson.
That's Mel
No,
Gibson.
that's Mel Gibson.
So is he in the Ark one? What one
He
is?
is Noah.
that-
He's
He's
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen that? Was
Nah.
it?
No,
okay.
I watched about 10 minutes and went, no, I don't think so.
Right, yeah.
Did you know
okay.
the ending?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hate that. Oh, do you want to know what I watched?
Not
No,
really.
we're all good.
Oh, you sure it's good?
No, that will be good.
Save it for
Keyzie.
tomorrow.
You should.
Yeah,
Like, seriously, it's really good.
No, save it for tomorrow. That's a good idea.
No, seriously, it's...
Or Wednesday. No.
Or when we're on holiday again.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
you do when we're on holiday.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Dragon there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday evening. Now, the Hodaki Big Show big poll today, tradies left alone in your house, yeah or nay?
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's get to it now, shall we?
The Big Poll.
Mogie's thinking 70% nay.
Yeah.
Whereas Keyzie and I are more along the lines of we're a trusting people, so I think it'll be a bit more even
I actually
than
haven't
that.
looked at it today. I generally jump on there and have a vote, but I
Yeah,
didn't do it
yeah.
today.
No, neither have I, actually. It's going to be a surprise. What are we looking at, Keyzie?
So, up on the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story, leaving tradies alone in your home. Yes, 66%.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
The opposite of
Yeah,
what I
yes.
thought. Yeah.
Yes.
Still, 1/3 of New Zealand isn't trusting of tradies, though. That's a bit
Yeah,
concerning,
well, of
isn't
any
it?
stranger in your house, I think. It's not necessarily a tradie, is it? It's a stranger in your house. It's weird.
And you're not there,
I'm not there.
which is weird. No,
Well,
you're
I had-
not there.
I had tradies in my house today, but I also have my dog there. And she just sits and watches over them as well, make sure that there's no sort
As
of carry
they
on.
wee everywhere. She wheeze
Well,
everywhere.
she does wee,
Yeah.
you know, and bark and all that sort of carry on. Well, I'm actually very pleased by that because I think, you know, tradies are the backbone of the country.
I agree,
And I
yeah.
won't have any bad words said against them, Keyzie.
So, does that mean if a tradie walked up to your house on the weekend and said, "Hey, Jase, can I spend some time in your house without you there?" You'd be like, "Sweet as."
Yeah, fill your boots, man. No worries.
Really?
Yeah, go and sniff through my undie drawer if you want to. Do what, you know, whatever you want. Have a swing on a sex swing. I don't care. Get
right.
into it.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
So good to know.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The big poll today in favour of tradies.
Yeah,
Stoked.
that's right.
That's nice, actually. There's still a bit of trust out there in the community,
Yes.
you know, for their fellow backbones.
And I just wanted to know because the guys that came today at my house, they don't listen to Radio Hodaki. So I told
What?
them all about the show, and they said, "Boys, you got to listen to the show." So I just wanted to make sure that we didn't.
Did you actually?
Yeah, put the boot into tradies because they are going to listen to the show.
Oh,
And
God.
they did such a great job, Moki.
You
I'm
were
happy
saying
to
off-
shout.
you were saying
I'm
off
happy to
air.
shout out now.
You were
my
saying off
I'm
air.
really happy
You
to
were
shout
saying
out
off
my
air
cash.
that they weren't really up to scratch, but they came cheap.
You did say that. Oh, good one.
Yeah. Hopefully they've tuned out by now.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
I was watching the old Gladiator.
Who with?
Oh, yeah.
Pardon?
Who are you watching with?
Terry and my wife.
My wife. And Terry.
No, that's just weird, Keyzie.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
And it's funny when you think, I don't know if you ever sort of have times of reflection on your career, and I turned down the role of Maximus for that.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I had some broken wood going on at the time. I had
That was the stage show over at Devonport Theatre, eh?
What?
The Gladiator.
No,
Because
it was
they did a theatre show there.
No, it was the movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, and she rang me up, and I was like, oh, I've got a couple of half days on Brokenwood now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What,
have
the
to-
Brokenwood Mysteries on like Prime or whatever?
Pardon?
The Brokenwood Mystery, the New Zealand TV
yeah,
show.
the New Zealand, that
Wow.
one.
What's the name of your character on that?
Pardon? Ray.
You're deaf, man. Ray.
Ray, yeah. And then, Joker, Arthur Fleck. Turned that down as well.
What, and the new Joker?
Yeah, the
With
2019 with Joaquin. Yeah.
Wow.
I turned that
Why'd
down
you
as
turn
well.
that down?
Pardon? Why did I turn it down? I think I had
Hearing issues?
Podcast.
Yeah, right. You
Yeah.
couldn't hear the director say action.
Yeah. No, I had a couple of podcasts to do that.
What,
week.
Oh,
the
yeah.
BYC?
The BYC, and I think you and
All
I were
Talk.
All Talk. We were doing a podcast too.
So you turned down doing a major motion picture that was a blockbusting success.
I'm one of those guys that when I commit to something, Keyzie, I do it. You
You're
know what I
all
mean?
in,
I
aren't
don't
you?
just go, give me the $10 million. I'm just going to leave Mogi in the bloody,
He wouldn't have cared. If he-
Dumbledore. I turned down Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. What's that one then?
The Harry Potter series.
I haven't seen
hang
it.
on.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you were off it. Didn't Michael Gambon get that in the end?
Yeah. Well, and that was a funny thing because I was going to do Dumbledore, but Michael was struggling at that time, and I just felt it was one of those things that I could do for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just give him an opportunity.
Do you ever think
I
that
thought you would have been a good little. Was his name Dobby?
Dobby, the house
Yeah,
elf?
they asked me about Dobby.
Yeah.
Wait, so you
I would
didn't?
have saved a bit of money on visual effects and makeup and that.
Yeah, well, exactly. No, they did ask me for Dobby originally.
Because I
but
could
then
picture you with a little like dirty pillowcase on, like what he wears.
Because you're going to be Gollum as well, eh?
I was going to be Gollum, but unfortunately, I think that I was doing some cricket commentary at that stage.
Yeah.
You know
Weird,
what I mean?
But they still
Yeah,
used
yeah.
your likeness though.
Yeah. Well, they based the character on me, Keyzie.
Right,
You know what I
and,
mean?
and the ring
And
was
the-
a cheese ball.
And the way that I move. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
But,
Oh,
you
of
know, you
course.
do. I just sometimes go back and go, if only I maybe,
Yeah.
made different decisions. But hey, I'm a top radio
You wouldn't
DJ
have
now,
the,
so
you
I
wouldn't
can't
have the
complain.
radio then, would you?
Yeah,
you wouldn't
exactly.
have the show then.
Wouldn't get to work with you, Backbones.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Worth it.
saying, Keyzie?
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Hey, just on your acting
Lucky you
front.
said yes to Ray.
Exactly, from Brokenwood. Yeah. Just for you, by the way, on your acting front.
Is this
Keyzie.
agency chat now?
Agency, yeah.
Right,
Nothing going, mate.
Nothing doing.
Just hang in there. Hang tough, buddy.
right.
Don't give up.
Yeah, yeah.
Rule number one when it comes to acting, never quit.
I'd actually prefer if you did give up, because it'd make it a lot easier for
No,
me.
I think there's a lot of talent there.
I mean, I'm ruining my reputation trying to get you work, so, calling
Right.
in favours and stuff.
Oh,
Tune!
so good.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. She's all over Rover for your Monday evening. Quiet one for you tonight, Mogi?
bit of a function tonight, mate,
Oh,
at the
okay.
business. Can't talk too much
Oh,
about it.
okay,
Obviously
nudge.
top secret stuff, but head along there for, I think Keyzie's come along. It's going to go to about 3 a.m.
Right,
Is
okay.
it?
Yeah, just a little bit of a chat, and that 3 or 4 a.m. should be good, yeah.
Because I was
God.
actually going to suggest if you were doing that, maybe Keyzie and I could have a quiet beer tonight.
Nah.
Well, how long would that go for?
Oh, 20, half an hour, 45, an hour.
Or 3 a.m. with Mogi.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to go just because I already agreed to do it with him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, well, tomorrow night. I mean, there's plenty of time in the
basketball.
week. Wednesday?
Oh, no, sorry, Wednesday's basketball. Yeah,
Oh, right, So tomorrow night. Good, lock
Yeah,
it in,
netball.
Eddie. What are you up to tonight, Key? Oh, you're going with Mogi.
Yeah. What are you up to tonight?
Well, I was going to have a beer with Keyzie, but he's
Oh,
going
he's
with
busy.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just go home and...
I'll tell you what you should do, man.
What's that?
Eat some cheese balls. That'll
No,
make you feel better.
Don't enable me. I've been so good. Actually, I might
You
get some
deserve a
tonight.
reward.
Yeah, I think I do,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I'm going to get some cheese balls. Definitely. Hey, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show this Monday afternoon. You take care out there. Check out our podcasts. Also, check out our Instagram account. Tell the people all about it. Until tomorrow, see you later.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.